Hey, it's Don Skaggs with Empowered Inventing, the place where we try to teach you things and help you with things that a lot of inventors might miss. A lot of inventors and entrepreneurs out there might miss important things like people and wisdom, diligence. Those three things actually are very, very important things. And I go around the country telling people that all the time. And one of the things I want to focus on today is the people aspect. People are important to inventors and entrepreneurs. And as simple as that might sound, you'd be amazed at the number of inventors that miss that. We kind of want to work in our own little bubble universe. The simple fact is that a lot of inventors and entrepreneurs out there just don't get that. And no successful inventor, and this is very important, no successful inventor that I've ever met has ever worked in total isolation. So but the problem is a lot of inventors out there, they're hiding their invention away. By the way, this is my prop for the day. This is actually one of the inventors that we've worked with, Cecil Runyons, and he came up with a product called the Painter's Halo. And it's kind of a really cool little product. It goes on the top of a paint can after the lids come off. And the problem it solves is that a lot of times the paint gets down in that groove in the lid of the paint can, and so it gets all crusty or it's all wet and you're trying to get the lid back on and it splatters back at you, or the lid won't go on right because it's all the paint's all crusted down in there. So anyway, he got this to put on there, and it protects that groove and keeps it all nice and clean, so the lid goes back on cleanly and easily. So really cool product. He sells them in woodcraft stores all over the country. But the reason I've got this, the reason it's my little prop today is, for purposes of this video, I want you to think about this. I want you to make this the icon of your idea, your invention, your product. And I want you to think of it in those terms. Now back to the thing about why people are important. Because a lot of you inventors out there, you're like Tom Hanks in the movie Castaway, except you don't even have a soccer ball to talk to. You're living in your own little bubble universe. You're out there, you don't want to talk to anybody, and the excuse that you'll tell yourself and tell other people, oh, this is such a great idea. I'm just afraid somebody might steal it. I don't want anybody to see this because, you know, somebody sees this, well, I'll just get ripped off and this is going to get stolen. Now, first off, let me say this, and this is in my experience as a lifetime inventor and entrepreneur, business owner. I have never had an idea stolen that wasn't already making money first. Now I've had people try to copy me and rip me off, sure, after it was wildly successful and making a lot of money and had a lot of exposure in whatever industry it was in. But when it was just in the idea stage, nobody cared. Now, of course, there's exceptions to this rule, but just as a general rule, I think it's a lot of there's a lot of just overblown paranoia out there for inventors when they're just wanting to kind of hide their invention away, and it's really counterproductive because they're not connecting with people. People are important. The difference between a live wire and a dead one is connections. But you see, we tell ourselves that, and we say, no, Don, you don't understand. This is $1 million idea, and I'm just afraid somebody's going to steal this, and I want to hide it away. And we kind of protect it. But you know, if we were to be honest with ourselves, a lot of times if we were really to be honest and really admit to ourselves, what we're really saying is, I'm afraid somebody's going to say something bad about my idea, about my invention. You know, somebody, and this is why we have workshops, you know, somebody might look at it and say, well, you know, have you thought about, you know, changing this or maybe using a different material, or how about your packaging? What if you packaged it a little differently? And we have this natural tendency to kind of want to shy away. We kind of want to treat it like it's our baby. And if you think about it, we gave birth to the idea, so there's sort of a natural paternal instinct in there. And we kind of shy away when somebody wants to criticize or maybe give some constructive criticism and say, well, have you thought about doing this? And you might sell more if you do this or change this that way. And we want to shy away, and we want to say, well, don't say anything bad about my baby. My baby is perfect. And you see, that's the problem. Because if you treat your invention like it's a baby, it will behave like a baby. But the day that you decide that you're going to stop treating your invention like it's a baby is the day that you begin to start treating it like it's a product. And if you treat it like it's a baby, babies cost money. I don't care if it's diapers or college tuition, babies cost money. But that day that you decide you're going to start treating it like a product, that's the day it's going to begin to behave like a product. And products have the ability to make money instead of costing you money. So that's why people are so important to inventors and entrepreneurs. I'm Don Skaggs. I hope these are helpful. Be sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, you want to subscribe. If you're looking at this on one of the other various social media places, venues this may be on, be sure and subscribe. All the usual suspects. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn is a big one. But YouTube, be sure and subscribe, be sure and share this with people. If you think this might help somebody else, be sure and share it with them. We want to help as many people as we can with these videos. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I'm Don Skaggs, empoweredinventing.com if you want to learn more. And I will look to see you at the next meeting, workshop, maybe one of our online classes, or on the next video.